Hello everyone and welcome back to another book review. Today I'm going to be reviewing a book that doubled as an arm workout, so I got two for the price of one, and that is There and Back, Photographs from the Edge. And we have this beautiful scene from, I believe, Antarctica on the cover here. And this is by Jimmy Chin. So his name's down here. This book is a book of photography about Jimmy Chin and his many adventures. I'm not going to use the right verb here, mountaineering, climbing mountains, and climbing big rocky things. Okay, so I enjoy being outside. I love hiking, I love going through the woods. I do not mind going up a mountain as long as there's a trail and it's feasible. I enjoy hiking out to campsites and camping in what we would consider the backcountry. I live in an area where I have plenty of access to very natural, rural areas, and I really, really enjoy it. But there is a limit, and this person is doing things well beyond my limit. For example, I will happily sit in a campsite where I had to hike a mile in and there's no one else around me. That is interesting, that is fun. I do not want to do what these people are doing, which, let me see if I can find a picture where they're just essentially hanging off a cliff, like a sheer cliff, and they're just kind of chilling in this bag and hoping an avalanche doesn't take them off the face of the mountain. That being said, I will happily watch or read and look at photographs from people doing the very thing that I have no interest in doing. And I kind of respect these people for putting themselves out there and taking the risks to do things that are enjoyable to them. However, I'm not going to do it, but I will definitely sit on my couch all evening with a cup of hot chocolate and look at people doing this, which is exactly what I did. So this is a very, very interesting book, and for those of us who probably will never sleep on a essentially garbage bag hanging on the side of a sheer face of mountain and hoping for the best, this is going to be the closest that we can come, and I really appreciated the photography and the time he took to explain what was going on in this book. So it's mostly just photographs of his adventures with a little bit of text, but overall very, very enjoyable. It's a lot of pictures of not like nature per se. There is a lot of natural pictures, but a lot of pictures just of their journey. I believe the author is associated with National Geographic, which is probably how he's able to do all these things. Like, look at this, would you do this? I would not do this. Like, this just seems like a bad idea. But other people enjoy it, and other people are willing to get really cool pictures doing it, so I will look at the book at the library and highly recommend the book. The book was fascinating. I basically looked through it in more or less one go. The pictures were just fascinating, the adventures were fascinating, listening to the stories of the people who had done this before. You also wonder the kind of personality it takes to do something like this. I consider myself maybe moderately adventurous, but I'm definitely not doing some of the stuff that these people are doing, but I kind of respect that they are doing it. I also like this truck that they did with some older individuals who kind of started this or made popular this kind of work, and yeah, I really liked it. I like seeing people continuing to do their passions and not just giving up because they decided that life stopped at a certain age and now all I had to do was sit down and wait for the end, essentially. Here's another picture of them just doing random stuff on the side of a mountain that I would never do, but they want to do it and I want to see pictures of it. It did make me more interested in learning about how to do this. I have no idea what it takes to do something like this. I don't really understand how they get up the mountain. I don't really understand how you climb up if the ropes have to be up there in the first place. I don't understand how to go up the mountains, period, at all whatsoever. So do not understand that part at all, but I would love to read about how to do it because this is not something I'm familiar with. I just don't understand how they set up those tents. All of it's foreign to me, but it was definitely really interesting to look at. Yeah, I could just show you basically every single picture like this. What are you doing, sir? But good on you. Good on you. This book also captures, I believe it's this guy, Alex Honnold. He free soloed, is that the word for it? El Capitan? He went up this big rock like without assistance. I remember hearing about it because there was like a documentary that was done about it that I remember they were going to show in the theaters or something, and I believe, if I understood correctly, he was the one who filmed this whole thing, and that is kind of chronicled in this book. So if you're interested in that as well, then I would definitely check this book out. Also, I really recommend this book. This is a 4-star. I had a great time. I might get this book out again and read it, and then maybe once I get my own place and I'm not moving from apartments every 6 months, a year, I will maybe get this one for my coffee table because it's just really enjoyable and I love looking at the pictures and I would definitely look at them again. So I do highly recommend. Apologize, it's really hard to see the cover. It kind of doesn't show up on this, but it's there and back. Photographs from the Edge by Jimmy Chin. Do recommend. If you have anything else to recommend that's kind of similar to this, or you've read this and you had thoughts on it, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. Other than that, everyone, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a great rest of your day.